And how did, because your organization is one of the first ones to think of not just receiving money from the government and delivering services, but using your balance sheet to invest in the social causes or social impacts which you want to align with. How was the mindset change from the board?
I think our board, the board we've got now, really do believe that we exist for a purpose. We don't. Rise doesn't exist to be Rise. Rise exists to affect social change. We happen to do that through the mechanism mainly at the moment of government funded contracts. But we also exist to be, I believe we are a community development organisation as well. And therefore, we're not building up our balance sheet to build up our balance sheet. We're building up our balance sheet in order to make a change. And in some cases, you need to build up your balance sheet to buffet you against COVID or to invest in increased systems like IT or make other changes. But for the rest, it only exists for the purpose of delivering on our purpose. So they were already there with that. And I'm very lucky, they have a high risk appetite. They are commercially astute, they're very experienced, they understand the biggest risk is taking no risk. So they're not risk ignorant and they're not risk avoiders. They have a healthy appetite for let's take a risk because that's where the rewards are. And I think their view of me is unless we fail at some things, we probably aren't trying hard enough to experiment and innovate and move forward. Let's just not fail at the important things like abuse and neglect. But let's take that risk. And it's just it's the best environment to work in. That's how you can really push the boundaries of what are the different ways of achieving purpose outside the normal government funding deliver.
Thanks. I think that's a very powerful part of the work, what you're doing, delivering purpose beyond government funding. And before we close the conversation, I want you to share across your life, and if you have read any books, something which have defined your purpose, books or a quote or some people or mentors have, helped you fine-tune your purpose.
Fine-tune my purpose. Look, I do love reading, but probably my biggest changes around purpose has come from experiences rather than books. I find books are a good framework to go back to go, why did I think like that? Or here's a framework to put around my thinking. By far and away, it's exposure to experiences. And I would say confronting experiences where I have to go have a little bit of why did I think that? Check myself. So probably in the prison system was the biggest one. Everyone's got a view about prison before they go into it. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing and coming around today.
Pleasure. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.